Your boy again from Carvinroads. Follow me on Instagram, Carvinroads, YouTube channel, Carvinroads. Today's topic, today I'm going to be making a great video that I think you guys are all going to love. It is the sort of follow-up question or the follow-up video to making a Toyota Tundra Pro build. Alright, so I have this great useful information for you guys. If you didn't already know, here it is. As of right now, the Toyota Tundra, the TRD Fox Tuned Suspension is now available for purchase. So if you are building a Toyota Tundra Pro, take advantage of this useful information because you can get that done right now. Alright, the two most important parts about the TRD Pro build is the TRD Fox Tuned Suspension and the BBS forged wheels. Alright, I'm not really going to go into the other stuff. The other stuff is readily accessible, and at the same time, you guys could do the research on your own. Alright, so here we go. The websites that I'm going to be using, three websites. All right, I'm going to use sparkparts.com. I'm going to use AutoNation Toyota, and I'm going to use BAM Wholesale Parts. All right, so here are the part numbers for the TRD Pro suspension, and here we go. So this would be directly out of sparkparts.com. All right, this is the main website. And as you scroll down, you'll see that here we have it. TRD Pro Fox Suspension. It is a 2019 model and up. Alright, so we can now go ahead and purchase that through Spark Parts and through any other website. If you go through the options and you come into here, let me minimize this a little bit. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Well, there it is. I hope you guys could see it. Well, we have the part numbers, and Spark Parts does not sell the complete kit. As you can see, it says not for sale, but it does sell all the other parts individually. So if you look at the TRD Pro Fox Suspension rear shocks, just keep in mind that you're going to have to purchase two of them. Alright, and then down at the bottom we'll have the left front, and down at the very bottom below that you'll have the right front. Okay, if you were to purchase through Spark Parts and then you have to purchase everything individually, it would be about $3,200 pre-tax, pre-shipping. Once again, I have another website that's very useful for you guys. So AutoNation Toyota, and this is directly through their parts department. If we use that same part number that I've already shared with you guys previously, then we can just go ahead and copy and paste that. So here we go, PTR 61-34190. Alright, so if we do that, then that'll bring us into here, and as you can see, this is available. So TRD Pro Suspension Kit, the full kit for just a little bit over $2,500. And at the same time, if any of you guys need to replace any of the other parts or want to purchase them individually, here they are available. Okay, so moving on. So those are the parts for the suspension. Here's the main part, and to include the other part numbers, just add LF to the end of it, or RF to the end of this, and rear right, which is the two parts. So the BBS forged wheels, there are two that you have to keep in mind. The F2, so the 190 F2 versus the 200 02. And here's what's a little bit different in terms of what I found out in my research. So here we are in sparkparts.com again, and we have the 18x8 TRD Pro forged alloy wheels in matte. Here I could see that this has the BBS forged and then the Pro stamped in them, or engraved, whatever you want to call it. And if we use the other part number, which is here, I believe that this one is the model for the Sequoia. And even though at the bottom it says that it fits the Sequoia and the Tundra, the 2020 version, I believe this is without it. It's a little bit confusing, so I've reached out to Spark Parts. I'm still kind of waiting to hear back from them and figure out what the main difference is between the 200 02 and the 190 F2. But if I were you guys, I would just go ahead and purchase the F2. I just feel more comfortable with it. But anyways, I do see that the F2 is a matte black, and then the 02 is just a, well, I guess it's the same thing. 02 versus F2. But anyways, that is the part numbers. It is available through Spark Parts. It is also available through AutoNation. As you can see, in here is a little bit cheaper, $542 versus the $576. So look around, do a little bit of shopping, and I'm sure you can get a better deal out of it. The next thing that we could talk about is the TRD dual exhaust. And if you guys could find that in here, we can go through BAM wholesale parts and just look up in the search bar TRD dual exhaust, and you'll be able to find everything in here. You'll be able to compare parts from those 3 different websites, and that'll give you a better idea in terms of where you want to go in terms of your shopping. And to summarize everything I've done, I would say most of the legwork in terms of informing you guys that the TRD Pro suspension and the BBS forged wheels are on sale, which they normally aren't, and then also providing you basic part numbers just for you guys to start your own search and then do the rest of the legwork. Okay, I didn't cover the TRD dual exhaust in detail, the TRD skid plate, and everything else you see in here. These are pretty much all the parts that you're going to need to make a full and complete TRD Pro build. But I feel like I need to make you guys aware that the suspension and the BBS forged wheels are not available, and you guys need to get on that before Toyota decides to stop selling it. Once again, we've seen this before with the previous, what was it, 2014 to 2017, when it was available and all of a sudden it was discontinued, and now this has to go through this whole entire process where you have to have a VIN number, you have to send in pictures. So take advantage of this. Go ahead and purchase them, and then you could wait to save a little bit more money to get everything installed, or if you're hands-on type of person, then go ahead and do that yourself. But at least you can start with the most important things, and then later just continue to build on the little things. Personally, the reason why I established it this way is because I may or may not be doing any of this other stuff. It's cool, it adds to it, but for me, the most important thing is the TRD Pro suspension for a couple of reasons. One, aesthetics. It's the overall look of it. That red spring, the black, the decals, it's just the whole entire setup. Aesthetically wise, it just looks nice. I love the look of it. The BBS forged black wheels with the red little center cap, it just adds a strong accent. Black and red, it just stands out. It looks great. And then in terms of the aesthetic aspect, also the fact that it was made for a Toyota Tundra. It was manufactured, is completely thought out by the engineers. And I know that there are other suspensions out there that are probably more capable, better, bigger, higher, etc. But to a certain extent, it was just kind of neutral, or it was built for a Toyota in mind. But this is directly through the engineers that went through and tuned this up. So I feel way more comfortable purchasing a product that was intended for my vehicle. Okay, and then the last thing is just, you guys already know, if you purchase all these products directly through the Toyota websites or any of their other parts dealers, then they're fully guaranteed or warranted. So I feel comfortable doing that, and then I also feel comfortable either going to a shop and getting it installed, or just going directly through my local Toyota service department. So there you guys have it. If you like my video, please subscribe. I'm going to be loading a video every week. So Carvinroads, my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, Carvinroads. Thanks.